What's going on? Welcome to Totally Blitz Podcast. We're in this motherfucker about to break down UFC 302 Makhachev versus Poirier. And it was a good little card. Definitely main event brought the heat for the rest of the card, but we're gonna get into all of that. Go down, like and subscribe. Comment your thoughts of the card. Who you thought won? Any robberies, any big bets you cashed in? We love to hear it. I'm Paul, pick 'em, win 'em, and I'm joined with
You already know, man. It's that boy Kev, Water Voices boy, aka the Don P.Y. Always the realest on your screen, though.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy, comedian Romeo Mac. Coming in. Y'all should have listened to me because I went ham on this shit.
He did snap. He did snap. And a real quick plugging him. Go check out his YouTube, comedian Romeo Mac, where he be going live on YouTube every Saturday with the fight. So real quick plug that in if y'all missed another weekend of crazy good fights and a great live stream. But let's get into this card, y'all boys. We had, it wasn't a lot of finishes, but we had a lot of decent ones. Where do y'all? I'll throw it up to y'all since I usually start it. Where do y'all want to start the first fight?
It's tough because there was a lot of fights on this weekend, motherfucking. I'm not gonna. I was locked into that Queensberry versus Matchroom boxing shit until I was locked in for that.
Bang China.
Yeah, Barry fucking Queens. Not Queensberry. The Barry fucking came through and sweep the fucking house on these motherfuckers. Swept the fucking floor of the motherfuckers. So like, I was locked in with that shit. So I probably didn't start tuning in to like Kevin Holland and them. But I was kind of like,
I was on the boxing shit, but I tuned in right at the Yoel Almeida fight.
Okay, I can start with that. I mean, because that was honestly, it was. I won't call it snoozers because like there were some decent fights there, but it was all decisions. And it wasn't it wasn't no mayhem going on until we finally got Yelton Almeida coming on the screen.
Yeah, and people say he'd be boring. He went ham. He attacked that dude. First off, he looks just like Jonathan Majors. We're just gonna throw that out there. People act like they don't see it.
Biopic movie right there coming.
Looks exactly like him, yo. Yeah, I knew he was gonna win. I called it. I knew it. I knew he was gonna win. I was like, yo, if they get to the ground and they get to the sub, because he a black belt, right?
Yeah, he's like super black. He's like but he has an old school teacher that like you ain't getting that black belt like where their brown belts are better than the black belts of fucking everywhere else in the world type. Like he has a real black belt.
Hey, fun fact. Did you know the motherfucker you guys ever seen Modern Family?
Yeah.
You know Ed, the old dude, the dad, he's a black belt. Yeah, he's a black belt in BJJ.
Real.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, he's actually one of the first like American black belts. He actually got like he was one of the big supporters of the UFC when that shit found out. I found that out randomly.
I know him from Married with Children. When he was high school football star, scored 4 touchdowns in one game. Don't ever forget it.
Bro, they said when they used to call it human cockfighting, he was the dude that would come out there and be like, nah, bro, the greatest accomplishment of my life is my black belt in BJJ.
That's real.
But back to Jelton Almeida. Motherfucking, I hope that he fucking came back in one because I was so upset that he lost the blades and kind of slowed down that momentum he was pushing for. Because I thought he was really going to be the dude, him versus Thomas
Aspinall.
Tom Aspinall for the vacant belt with John after John Jones and Stipe finally happens. So like I like to see him getting the dub to get that momentum back going again.
It's not that he's boring because it's just he's so dominant. And it's the fact that he's dominant in the way he does his things. He only threw like 3 total strikes. Landed 2 of them. But that's all he needed to get a submission win, a rear naked choke on a really good judo specialist and Romanov. So like
I'm back.
But it's like he's not boring, but it's like 3 total strikes isn't pushing the needle. But just the fact that he's so dominant is what I like about him. It's just like other than the Curtis Blades KO, which was also like a well-timed KO, he's just shown pure dominance.
Facts.
I want to also add, he was dominant, but I gotta call him out when I see him. I said it with Izzy. Jelton, a little gay.
He just got that Brazilian flair.
Nah. Shama got that Brazilian flair. Okay? Glover had that Brazilian flair. Dos Santos had that,
Oliveira.
Ali got the blondie.
Oliveira had, I'm just saying, Joe Almeida, that nigga started dancing in the ring. I was like, yo, picture going to prison for a crime you didn't commit. and that guy is your cellmate, and he's a booty warrior. It's like, God damn.
He's a scary dude. It's just
Stay out of trouble, kids. Stay out of trouble.
Don't run into Justin Almeida.
There's a Justin Almeida in every prison.
They should need to put him on Beyond Scared Straight.
Maybe
That motherfucker's acting right.
We're gonna give him like the Paulo Acosta, like the Paulo Acosta out.
But we're gonna get into him in a minute.
No, Paulo's not gay. Y'all know Almeida's gay.
But we know Paulo's not gay, but we just jump to Almeida. Once he gets some more notoriety,
he gonna have a boyfriend and dare anybody to say something about him. He gonna be daring niggas. I say he gonna have a boyfriend and be daring people to say something about him.
Like Amanda Nunes.
He gonna be the male Amanda Nunes.
He's dominant. But then we move into Randy Brown name decision over Dos Santos. Over Dos Santos, the OG. And I thought Randy Brown be bullshitting sometimes. He's gone into the Jamaican Kevin Holland where he be bullshitting. And he didn't show it this fight. He definitely was locked in. He won this fight clear as day. He used his reach. Dos Santos was getting tagged on every exchange. Dos Santos tried to use his wrestling whenever because he just couldn't get shit working on the feet. And like Randy, if he hit the mat, he would get right back up. It was not working for Dos Santos at all this fight. Randy Brown, solid win.
Jamaican Kevin Holland is probably the best description of him. I feel like he doesn't talk nowhere near as much shit as motherfucking Kevin Holland. But that's who I used to get confused when I first started watching this. I used to think they were the same person.
They just both lengthy me bullshitting sometimes. They got the skill, but then they start bullshitting.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you don't think he's Jamaican at first, though.
Kevin Holland. Well, anyway, I ain't gonna entertain that. Randy Brown, I knew he was gonna win. I knew he was gonna use the reach. I don't like him, but I knew he was on a streak. And just like I said, I was like, yo, if he stays disciplined, he'll get it done. I knew he was gonna do that shit. Now I don't know if he could do it to this next opponent, whoever that is, because he's.
I was say, who do you call
he's not even ranked. So like all this Kevin Holland shit.
They got Kevin
Holland's ranked like by his fourth fight.
Like, today.
I'm just saying he was ranked real quick. 5 fights in 1 year. They ranked him. Randy been around what 8 years? Like nigga, you ain't ranked.
Yeah, that man, real hate for Randy Brown.
I'm just
saying. Yeah. I don't know if it's hate, but it's he don't got no love for Randy Brown.
It ain't no love lost for Randy Brown.
Yeah, all right, we'll go with that.
And then we had Nico Price with the upset. One of the few dogs that actually showed up on this fight card. It was like plus 250. I just know Moreno was one of the bigger favorites, like in the minus 280, 300 areas, because he was on some of my parlays. Definitely cooked some of my parlays with that loss. And Nico Price was the stronger dude. Like they would start throwing, and he would see the punches he was landing was fucking up Moreno, leaking him. And then Moreno tried to do some of that off the back BJJ, and this shit wasn't looking good. And of course, he gets the NAM decision and lost it. Even his coach was telling him in the third round, like, bro, you need to fucking win this fight. Like, if you let this go to the judges, you lost. And he did, and he lost.
Yeah. What you think, Romeo?
I had money on Nico.
Oh, you took Nico?
Yeah, I had money on Nico. Everyone that won on the main card, they were all in my parlay.
Queen Sleep.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I had money on Nico, but I will say this: he barely beat that guy. I mean, the first round, if I'm not mistaken, didn't that dude like fuck him up?
The first round was the only round that Moreno won.
Yeah, and then
or you could say he won. Like,
I feel like the Moreno guy gassed out. Nico looked weird. I was like, when did he get so big? I don't remember him being that big.
USADA testing, baby.
Well, I wouldn't put money on him again. He looked horrible in that fight. Like whoever his next opponent is, just like Randy, he will lose.
You circling in the mental note right there. Ain't gonna forget.
Yeah, because they're gonna move him up. It's gonna be a somebody. Hell, it might be Randy Brown.
Then who you gonna pick? This devil's advocate at that point.
Oh, Randy. I'm picking Randy Brown over Nico. I'm picking Randy Brown.
You gotta bet on a draw.
Randy gonna fuck him up.
Stop.
He's gonna fuck him up. He's gonna be like, this white boy suck. It's not one of the 5 ones.
I got 5 units on a no contest.
And then we had probably one of the biggest takeaways was a broken arm for this whole card. And it was thanks to your boy, the American Randy Brown, Kevin Holland himself.
The disrespect.
By submission.
Like that, man.
Sorry, I had to squeeze that one in there.
American Randy Brown is interesting. I don't know. Didn't hit the same as Jamaican Kevin Holland. But, but you know what the craziest thing about this fight for me was that Kevin Holland got cracked. Like, he got his shit split real quick. And he immediately was like, oh, I'm locking in this arm bar and I'm about to break it. Shit. And, like, that was the most Kevin Holland-ass transition I've ever seen. I was like, first off, why is this dude dropping you? And then second, he wasn't supposed, like, and when they got to the ground, he showed we weren't even supposed to be on the mat together in the first place. And then dude complained about about how that he didn't tap. I was like, bruh, like, you was about to never use your arm again.
Yeah, he fucked him up. I went for Kevin. I called it. I knew it. I was like, yo, he's gonna whoop his ass. I thought he was gonna use the reach to do some striking on him. But I also know, I'm like, Kevin, as soon as he hit the floor and the guy thought he could pounce on him, I was like, he must have forgot. Kevin Holland is a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Kevin Holland jiu-jitsu is really good.
It is?
Hell yeah, yo. I think
jiu-jitsu fucking arm.
I'm surprised he don't use it more. I guess because, like, you know, he's not with the takedowns or whatever. I guess he's a dude.
You be bullshitting. Say it how it is.
If he could take a dog, his jiu-jitsu is fire. I seen videos on Instagram and stuff. Him training, and then of course, you know, I've seen it in the ring. But yeah, that arm break, I ain't gonna lie, I was watching, I had to put my hand up. I didn't want to see it because I knew it. I was like, he's gonna break it. He's gonna break it. Oh god, he's gonna break it. I was just waiting.
I was on live with Romeo for this. This shit was fun.
Hey, bro, he started canoeing with that bitch. Like,
yeah, yo.
I was like, oh, shit.
It looked like a level 2, like you can't call it an arm bar. He pulled an arm break. Like, it just looked like a level 2 the way that he got everything. Like, I didn't know
but it did bring, there was solid discourse after that. If people were like, if some fighters came out, so did Yusuf was one of them. I just saw on Twitter earlier today. He was like, if a fighter doesn't tap, like, should the fight go on? Like, honest question. Like, if they're willing to give up their arm. No,
it shouldn't. What do you got to do? Rip it off? I mean, fuck.
What if he thinks, all right, like, that bitch gone, and I got you? Like, you know,
what if he said something about Kevin Holland mama, and then Kevin Holland started twisting that bitch around? I bet the ref would have stepped in there. No, they would have been like, ref, you just gonna let him fucking helicopter his arm?
I know. And legally and everything, I know there ain't no contract in the world that's gonna keep you safe from a lawsuit.
Okay, what was he gonna do?
Someone arm off.
Kevin Holland stands back up with him. What was he gonna do then? That's why the ref broke it up.
You haven't watched enough anime, brother. I've seen some shit.
Yeah, I think like
I have, and Kevin Holland would have turned to Baki and kicked that nigga's head off.
Yeah.
Facts. I think like
whatever arm was broke, that.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Conor, that was a great analogy, Romeo. I like that. That word. But nah, man. I look at it like maybe if this was UFC 1, I could understand if you're tripping on that. But like the sport has gone through so much and stuff like that they're just like nah, we're just gonna let you live to fight another day.
Okay. Yeah.
This is not the movie Warrior where Tom Holland got his arm broke and he was like, "Yeah, I'm good. Come on." This isn't that. This ain't that, man. Nigga, your shit broke. I bet if it was somewhere in his leg, the ref saved him, and that's the ref's job.
It's fact. We gotta keep it pushing. We got the co-main event. Sean Strickland should be a unanimous decision. But split decision win over Paulo Costa. I thought Sean Strickland was going to win, but I went against him because of how much hate on this podcast was being spewed against Sean Strickland. I mean, against Paulo Costa. That I felt an obligation to speak up for Paulo. Definitely won't ever speak up for him again. The one thing I hate about this, it wasn't the fight overall or the piss poor judging. It was the fact that Paulo then came on to Twitter and posted a long tweet about, I'm never going to just worry about the judges and fighting a good fight again. I'm going back to old Paulo. I'm just taking heads off from here on out. Just clean knockouts.
I didn't even know about that. That's
and I'm
crazy.
just like, why the fuck you don't fucking say it? Do it. Like you had so many chances to just shut the fuck up. I'm done with you, Paulo.
He's a bitch ass nigga. You just fought a 5-round fight, and now you gotta talk about I'm going back to old.
I'm done with you, Paulo. But I can't ever.
I can see him. I could see him posting that if they had a war, and it looked close. Nigga, you ran the whole time. That dude was a fucking bitch. There's no Shama for him.
Right,
he's a loser. He fit everything I said before, and he just amplified my hate even more. I'm rhyming now.
There was one with Sean
Didn't I tell you it was going to be the landslide fight? I said this is going to be a landslide. There's nothing Paulo Costa could do. I said it. I was like, Sean Strickland is going to beat the fucking shit out of him. That nigga dropped him like 4 times, running.
But and there was one moment because the only thing he had that was working was he was leg kicking the fuck out of Sean until like the 3rd round when Sean checked that one and like he just stumbled like 5 steps back and it was like he never threw a leg kick again. Like that shit.
You know, I heard that narrative, but being honest, he only threw 2 when the fight first started. He wasn't throwing leg kicks like that.
Who, Paulo?
Because even the commentator said it like, oh, the leg kick. I was like, bro, he threw 2 in the first round that got him real good. The rest of that, no. And then, like you said, when he checked it, it was definitely no.
Yeah, he
threw like 50, landed 40 on the stats. But yeah, no, Sean Strickland, clean sweep. This is a Ford made, American made, baby. All right. Sean Strickland.
Yeah, but that judge that fucking gave it to Paulo?
That's bizarre. That's wild.
What? I'm glad people said. I thought nobody was gonna say nothing about it since Sean won, but when the first thing Dana said at the press conference was, "This was fucking bullshit." I was like, "Oh, I'm glad. Thank you, Dana. Thank you."
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, no, but Paulo, I don't want to see him in another main event again, bro. I'm done with him. But
I've been done with him. He's a cornball.
He's gonna be the gatekeeper for this division for like the next 5 years.
No, he's not.
Yeah. I think
because if you're a bum, if you're a bum, he's probably gonna knock you out. If you don't deserve to be ranked in the top 10, he's gonna knock you out. But if the moment you are good at anything, you're probably gonna beat Paulo Costa because
who's the active middleweight right now that he hasn't fought?
He has fought a lot of people.
Kevin Holland.
Kevin Holland fights a welterweight right now, don't he?
That last fight was at middleweight.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he fights up and down.
He says wherever the company.
True.
Let him fight Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland will beat the fuck out of him.
That'd be a good fight. Honestly, I think that'd be a solid fight.
That'd be a good fight. I'd main event that as an Apex or a fight night.
Especially talking about I'm just going for knockouts. Oh yeah,
I'm back on the Paulo train.
Get out of him.
You sign me up for that fight night Apex.
Yeah, that's it. I'd actually go to that.
Kevin Holland would beat the shit out of him. Now I gotta clip this.
Then we got Islam submitting Dustin Poirier 5th round, putting on work. Honestly, showed some boxing in that shit too. Dustin came to fight. It didn't seem like he was really ever on the back foot. Like he, solid. They was going back and forth. But Islam putting on, defending his belt, adding to the legacy. How do y'all feel about this fight, this performance, this defense for both fighters here?
This fight went exactly how I thought it would.
Really?
Minus the sub. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I guess I did think it was going to be a sub. I didn't think he was going to knock him out.
I know I took Islam.
But it could have went to decision. Yeah. I knew Islam was going to win. This I knew was going to happen. I knew he was going to go. He was going to stop the takedowns. I was like, because, nigga, if you smart, that's got to be the one thing you're working on. Because you got everything else. You got hands. You got jiu-jitsu, all that. I knew there was going to be no jump to Gilly. Okay? I was like, nigga... No. Maybe if you beating the shit out of him like Max Holloway did Justin Gaethje, all right, yeah. But or Sean Strickland with Izzy. But this was not that at all. You know what I'm saying? And I knew Dustin was gonna have his moments. I was like, once he stops the takedowns, it's on.
Yeah, Dustin did phenomenal in this fight.
I said it on the live stream too, because apparently they say he does it all the time. I don't know. I don't pay attention. He started pulling his pants up. I was like, that is a nigga street fight move right there.
Yeah.
It's on.
Yeah,
it's on.
He starts
doing the best explanation of that was Demetrius Johnson. He said it's called a tick. Like everybody kind of has their tick.
Nah, he said that, but fuck that nigga too. I get what he's saying. That's nigga shit.
Yeah,
There's that Cajun in him.
That is nigga street fighting shit. Okay.
He is
so,
a nigga.
Once he stopped the takedowns, and I've been thinking this for a long time. I can't publicly say it though, but I was like, Dustin might be a Melungeon or something. He's a little mixed.
You need that 23andMe test result.
He got some shit in him. He a little too real, and he came in hella tan. You see how tan he was? He was tanner than the Middle Eastern.
Right, this nigga is from the trenches. Like, he got that Cajun dirt and that hot sauce to get you right.
Nigga was eating mud pies for real.
Hot sauce.
Hey. Yo, yeah, but Dustin, he pieced him up. Dustin did great, okay? But I knew he wasn't gonna win. But I tell you right now, if he does stay, I wouldn't want to fight him next. If I was Dustin, I'd be like, yo, bring Justin Gaethje back because he's not gonna fight for the title. Let's run that shit back.
I say Volk. I think Volk was the best choice.
I don't know. I don't know what
needs to focus on 144.
I think Islam though. Yeah, he still got some of his takedowns, but the one that like was crazy to me was because he kept getting the same takedown, a single leg, and then but then the moment when that single leg got stuffed, and he just like thought about it.
Last one,
and then just yanked that motherfucker. Like I was like, oh, that boy. We haven't seen how deep this bag go. Like this boy kind of go crazy.
They need to make a video and put the "get over here" when he did that shit. That
UFC 5 guy had to update that night that put that fucking takedown in there. Islam only got that bitch in there. Fucking, I just know it because that shit. I'm talking about my. They have to, you know that shit about to get spammed. They add that shit. That shit gonna be start getting spammed.
Nigga, my eyes got bugged. I was like, what?
You know what that move is? It's an ankle pick. It's but like the shit looks so nice when
it's a wrestling move.
Yeah, your shit's so nice when you do it in collegiate wrestling or like folk style wrestling. Because like the way it is, you have to kind of trap your dude and you have to make it come this way and then you have to come and run around, snatch it, and then there's nothing you can do about it. You're fucked. Like, bro just got you and he has all your momentum. So when I seen him do that, I was like, these fucking Russians can do this shit anywhere. Like, them boys is unstoppable.
The fly fucking, like the on the fly playbook, bro. That shit go crazy.
They're crazy nice with the wrestling. They make me want to take my singlets down sometimes.
But I think Romeo said it, I think, correct, though. Like, Dustin fought. Like, this was a great fight for Dustin. Yeah. It's just Islam. This is like, it wasn't like Dustin didn't go out and do a good fight. That performance beats 9/10 of the rest of the division.
I believe Dustin was winning the fight. If they would have went to decision and Dustin would have kept up what he did with round 3 and 4, I feel like he would have won by decision.
I do think it was closer than what some people are saying. Like, some people are thinking Islam had a clean sweep on. Like,
no. I
don't think it was that close, but
Dustin got the first two. I mean, Islam got the first 2 rounds. Dustin got the last 2. I'm telling you, it was split.
There was a card that was.
And then Islam's face was way more fucked up than Dustin. Like, let's keep it real.
That's just Islam, though. That's Islam. Every time Islam fights, like a fight.
Yeah, but you get points for damage.
Yeah, but like
Islam was landed, bro. His boxing was.
No, I'm saying if it would have come down to this, like, oh, it's so close. Like, nigga, you start looking at the face like, well, look at the damage he put. But this is what Dustin needs to take away from this. And I'm talking to you, Dustin, because I know you watching. He would have won that fight. The only reason he lost is because a move that was never done in the UFC was done. So you didn't see it coming, and you couldn't have trained for that. That's it. If he would have slipped out of that, he would have went back to boxing that man's head off.
No, right now.
I'm about to say.
He would have went. That's 5th round shit.
That's in the first half. You had me in the first half.
You had me. But like, I think Dustin just did it. I had a 3-1 going into the final round. But I think Dustin just did an amazing job. He showed that he's resilient. He shows that he deserves to be in the top 5 in this division, and he shows that there's more fight in him. There's other fights to go get your bag.
If it would have went to decision, they would have gave it to Dustin. Just off the UFC. Come on, they would have rigged it. They would have rigged it. They would have rigged it.
Dustin's going to be the fucking Dan Marino of the UFC. That boy never got the big one, but he did everything fucking else. And I think he's okay with that.
And that's okay because, bro, deserves every piece of praise he got. Like, he's been doing this shit for a minute, too. Like, getting into the UFC as young as he did, like, he has, like, the 4th most wins all time or something like that.
And he's moving paper. He can still do more pay-per-views if he wants to cash in. Because it's not like he's going to take crazy damage. He's still looking good. He's sharp.
You know what Dustin should do?
Fight vote.
Get a
Power
new
slap.
deal. No. Like a 4-fight deal. Go to 170. I believe he'll fuck up 170.
He had the speed advantage. That's the one thing I will say. He would probably have the speed advantage. The size, though, he's not the biggest lightweight.
But he has
let him fight Kobe. If I can
listen,
Kobe,
he got great jujitsu. No, I think he could take Kobe.
I don't think he would do bad.
I think he could take Bilal. I think he could take Leon. I think he could take dog. 170. I could see him at 170.
I could see him there. I just don't know. I just have to.
I'm talking about winning the title.
How he competes at the first fight at 170. Same what I said with Figgy. When Figgy moved up and they gave him Rob Font, I was like, I gotta see how. Like Rob Font is the testing point to see how Figgy's gonna do in this weight class. And if they give him Colby Covington versus Dustin for his first fight 170, that would be the testing point on how does he beat the dog shit out of Kobe. And I'm like, oh yeah, give him Leon next. Fucking let's feed him the wolves. Or is it a close ass fight?
Nah, give him Ian Gary.
If Ian
Gary wins his next fight, you give him Ian Gary. It's either you're gonna break this dude's record, that's trying to be the next Conor, and you already beat Conor, right? You got that storyline built in.
I like it, but
trust. If he loses that fight, he's retired.
Throw it to Kev real quick, and we gotta get out of here.
I got to see Kobe, but I really want to talk about two things super quick. Bro, this man Dana White was gargling this nigga John Jones is nuts at the press conference because he was like, "There's no way that John Jones isn't the pound for pound number one." If you think about what pound for pound is, he went up to heavyweight and he motherfucking killed the best dude in the fucking division. And I was like, I understand, but Islam's like destroyed anything walking. Like there's nobody that hasn't got the work from Islam. I can't disagree. And he beat
more active too. Like there's activity in there.
And he beat the pound for pound champ. Like he beat the dude that was pound for pound number one. Like I can't. It
wasn't his fault. He was the weight class below him. Y'all wanted him to beat number one. He did.
I can't. So like when the Dana White was gargling John Jones, I was like, I agree with you. Nobody's beating John ever. But like.
Also, give the guy his day.
Mm-hmm. Let him do that. I think John Jones is the GOAT, but the pound for pound champ right now is Islam Makhachev. And then the fucking like, Romeo, they canceled your press conference. I know you mad right now. I know you hot.
Nigga, fuck that press. I'm glad they canceled it. I'm like, yeah, all you niggas that love Conor, that's what the fuck you get. Because this is the new Conor. A fucking a loser. He's not. Yes, if I was him, I'd stall out the fight as long as I could because I know the minute I come back, that's it for me. And even if he beats him, it's it for him. Whoever the fuck he fights next.
Hey, they did say potentially Max Holloway versus Chandler for the BMF could fill in. I don't want that shit. If that's it, fucking keep it.
We'll see. But it's interesting. It's just the way that everything's so hush right now. I'm just like
zero dark 30, boys.
We don't
even. You know what? They had a fight. We don't even know what weight class they're fighting at.
Yes, they said 170. That's why Joquan Buckley had called out Conor.
Joaquin,
yeah.
Like Joaquin Phoenix.
I think Romeo spoke for the very minority when he was pissed about that. But the UFC needs this shit. They don't need it, but you know how many like people are ready to hop for the fucking Conor fight? They sold out.
You mean hop on the Conor dick?
But they were. We're gonna cash in while it's fucking hot. You can't keep stalling and then promising and then get on the door of the promise and then something else happened again. We'll push it back. But then interest gets lost. People stop giving a fuck. Conor is cooked.
Right.
His foot is toast. Fucking,
They're doing the Great White Hope on Conor. Like, let it go. If you're gonna do that on someone, do it like Tom Aspinall. Like he's out here doing it. I can see if they Great White Hoped him. I don't understand.
He's a superstar. He just can't accept it.
I get back in the day. I get back in the day.
He's a superstar.
Yeah,
I get back in the day.
I would love.
I'm talking about right now.
He just started a fucking movie, Roadhouse, bro. This is a fucking movie star superstar.
I didn't even watch it because I hate him and I love Jake Gyllenhaal.
See, look at you. Look at you.
I would love to agree with you, Romeo, but like, I would say that you ain't got no love for Conor, but nah, you be hating,
No, I
dog.
hate that nigga. Dog, I'm not hating, bro. I'm just talking about the Conor today.
No, I understand. I don't think he's gonna win. I think he's gonna
Dog,
get.
he's not good. I don't understand why everyone's
I
agree with
understand.
you.
Yeah, he's a needle mover.
Yeah, it's star power.
I gotten
It's all
past.
star
I gotten
power.
past that. Like I have agreed that I don't like it, but it's the world I
And
live in.
Jit got receipts.
Dog, he's
Everybody
not a
that
mover like
all,
that,
all the
man.
Conor fans,
He's
all
not.
the Conor fans that are tuning in out of coming
All
out
right.
of nowhere for this fight, like have been waiting.
If you made it this far, go down in the comments and let us know if Connor's a needle mover or not. But we appreciate everybody watching. I'm Paul Pickle Winner,
Of course he
Kev
is.
Waterboy Savoy, comedian Romeo Mack. And before we go, does anyone got anything to plug?
Yeah, I'll be live Saturday for the Cannoneer shit. You know what I'm saying? That's my nigga. I'm glad that he's finally getting his just due because he was the backup fighter for the goddamn championship, and they've been fucking him ever since.
And we'll leave it with that. If y'all didn't know, now I know, motherfuckers.